Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is the ESL Challenger Atlanta South American Closed Qualifier. Pineapple, Phillips, and Boggs here again with you on map number 2. Bestia taking their opponent's map pick 13-9. That was Nuke. And now they're on to the more familiar lands of Inferno. They lost this one in the last head-to-head yesterday, 3-13. They're hoping to make it a far more contentious affair and perhaps even take this series in a clean 2-0 to answer that which they were given yesterday.
Would be a real nice response from BESTIA, but ODDIK are here to try and defend. Meyern takes out Woody, who's unable to get the dualies to go for anything more than damage in that initial lapse contact. Matios, who was killer on Nuke, starts off things for ODDIK with a trade, but the retake has to work, and again, there's no kit for the CT side. Naite takes a dink. That is not a good way to start this retake. Ponter coming in through apartments, watched for by luchov, but very passively the spot is there. Luchov peeks out wide, Ponter will punish, flash goes high, but Meyern there with dual Berettas. In towards lane, Turtle 1-for-1, Matios, Naite, bringing it back and forth. Noxy has a 1v1 on the side against Naite, 1 HP. And Noxy holds the line. A sketchy, precarious pistol for BESTIA, but they do convert it in the end. Bomb plant was already down, but they will grow their lead potentially here into round number 2. Should not be an investment from ODDIK unless they really want to force buy, but I would rather save the guns here if I was ODDIK, and I think that's going to be the case. Couple of nades, nade stack. This is my kind of strat. I always like the nade stacks just to get some damage done, and given how much nade damage the nades do in CS2, it's more than fine throwing them away and throwing them down range. Just one left in the hands of Ponter, though. And it's a stack towards B from ODDIK. All 4 out of 5 players in towards coffins. That's one of the more bizarre things I've seen on an Inferno pistol round, the USP hold. But, you know, if it works, it works. I kind of want to see him push it just to see how it happens, how it plays out.
We've gone from spools to coffins in the first reinvigoration of this map, and now it's like a box. What do we call it? It has some graffiti on it. We could call it graffiti.
I would say we just call it coffin or spools.
We're going to keep calling it that for a while, I'm sure, but
there's no reason to change. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
well, we said that about spools, too, and we changed it from spools.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, what do we can call it? Box? So bland.
I don't know, but all of the new players are like, why do we call it coffins? There's no
Why do we
coffin
call
here.
banana?
Well, it was never banana. It looks like a banana on the map, kind of.
Yeah. Why do we call boiler?
Because there was a boiler there.
Tomaszin just got teammate mollied back from the hunt. The SMGs can go for it, sure, but yeah, what do we call that?
It's like a box now. Armaments. It's a really long name.
Yeah.
Act 10 harvesting. I reckon only got 1. Noxy harvesting for 3 on the AK. He's lucky to be alive. Something that we didn't get to talk about as much as we would have hoped in the end of last game was the stars for both teams, because there were 2 definitely distinct players for both teams. It was tomaszin and luchov, who you highlighted in that pistol, and Ponter and Matios, the 2 heavy hitters for ODDIK on the other side of the equation. We'll have to see if that kind of star potential continues on, persists on Inferno. We have an early tactical timeout called by BESTIA of all teams. They're the ones that are leading currently at 2-0. They use a timeout very early on in Inferno.
MP9 there for Naite, M4A1s and everybody else. Naite does get the kit though, and that's something you and I like to talk about a lot, is getting that kit on the CT side. It makes a big difference, folks. So if you can, make sure you do get that defuse kit. Mac 10 still for Deco, AKs on the rest of the squad for BESTIA, and getting a round victory here would set them up for massive success. Remember, this is the map that BESTIA got 13-3'd on yesterday against ODDIK. So they have to get things back in action. They have to get more than 3. That is bare minimum for BESTIA. Ponter peeks back. luchov, nice on the trade, flashed in. Noxy tries to trade. Deco will be the one to finally get it back to level footing. There is still Matios up on oranges. meyern charging in, mowed down. Tomaszin trades it. Deco very low on HP, still has the max 10. Should get an AK here. Molotov first. This smoke will keep Deco alive. And Tomaszin retreats to new box. Turtle and Woody on the retake. They're out of utility. So are the T's for most parts. Just a couple of flashbangs on Tomaszin. And using those will be a bit difficult from his position. Deco, though, to an MP9. That is not exactly the biggest upgrade. There's the AK he needs to land some shots.
Woody and Turtle playing together. Both coming in from Coffin. Name TBD. Turtle spots one, but the bait and switch is so good for Tomaszin and Deco. Time is out of the essence, and Tomaszin doesn't even let Woody contemplate the save. Good headshot from him, and a 3-0 start from BESTIA, winning the bonus, saving 2 AKs, sending ODDIK back to a likely half bye, and already tying up their score they had the last time these teams met on this map. Tactical timeout used in this one by ODDIK this time around, as both teams are far more liberal in their usage of timeouts than the teams we've seen yesterday.
Yeah, and I do like the liberal use of the timeouts. However, there could be a little tempering of it too. There is such a thing as being too free with the timeouts. Although BESTIA, they made it work. They knew they needed to get a certain amount of rounds on their CT side. They called all the timeouts to do it. They had full confidence in their T side, and they didn't need a timeout on their T side. They got fixes done with that they needed on the fly. And their T side, once it got going, never looked back. ODDIK, though, need to stop the bleeding here and now. They will go for a half investment. Matios, Armor, and Famas. Turtle on the MP9. Deagle 5.7 P2000 for Woody, who wants that op as soon as possible. It's not as easy to peek down middle anymore with the op nade, but Banana can still be a very strong position with it, or even an apps play, alt mid boiler, not boiler, but window room sort of setup. Tomaszin 1 for 1 as Matios will trade out his teammate who had the Deagle in hand. We sit at a 4v4 with B now the pressure point for BESTIA. Smoke's going down. Rotation's coming through. Look at the push from Turtle, too. He's got that AK in hand, but they're waiting for it. Noxie's on the angle, backed up by meyern. Deco there as well. Turtle, will he be peaked? Will he swung? Oh, that's free for Turtle, and he gets a second. Not quite. How does he not get the kill on the Noxie? The fact he gets out of there alive, though, has just thrown BESTIA into complete confusion on this T side. They know where Turtle is. They're charging into an open A site. And if the bomb goes down, BESTIA can try and hold the line.
They can try. It's going to be contested. First secure, second spotted and known. Taken down by meyern. Good flank from Noxie as well. Turtle stampeding in the halls once kills, but meyern blindsides him from the pit. Good timing. Somehow BESTIA make this round work. This half buy from ODDIK looked so scary, so menacing. Yet Woody is left to clutch with an AK in hand. No armor. Probably saving for an op. Here's Noxie. He could actually manage to snag that and run away. Free kill here. There we go. Noxie taken down. Woody grabbed that op. Get out. No, he's going to stay on the AK instead. At least for the time being. The drop out of apartments. He'll stick around as well. meyern coming down. The aim punch is too much. meyern will fall with the bomb, though. That cements the round is an expensive one. The op, though, is nevertheless recovered for the T side for Noxie.
Be that buy up for ODDIK. We might see that op duel between Woody and Noxie. I'm not sure, though. I have to imagine it'll probably be a little more muted. Back 10 still there for luchov. Entering up Banana. In comes the nade stack. They eat all the damage. Now they're doing some back. But how in the world is luchov able to live that long? Ponter finally puts him down and spots meyern too. But meyern gets the job done to a 4v3. Still favoring ODDIK. Flashy, fast start to the round. Banana trades to not favor the T side. ODDIK gives a bit of an advantage for the first time in a while. Even with the manpower advantage in the last round, they still were never able to really get things done as far as firepower was concerned. And those fast rotations put them on the back foot. They were never able to stop the bomb plant, even delay. So, couldn't really say they had the advantage in that round. But it's a 3-1 hold. 1 here on B. It is Matios. Maybe Graffiti. Coffins is the call. We'll make it for now. I'd even call it sandbags too, considering the fact that sandbags inside church is gone and now it's pulpit. But Noxie's going to go for the bomb plant around that smoke. And it's going to be a 4v3 hold, but the op is there. Meyern has Molotovs. In fact, everybody on BESTIA has Molotovs, and an HE is used down deep. Doesn't do too much damage, but it's a little bit of chip to help out. This is still a strong hold, though, and Noxie's op makes it even more so.
Guys up, tagged the smoke and fade, and Meyern good for one. It's a 2v1 for tomaszin. They're both there. They line up. He gets the spray transfer. tomaszin answers the call to action when his team needs him to the most. BESTIA will not fall in round number 5. They continue to win rounds. They're expensive. They're down to the wire, but they're wins nonetheless. ODDIK looked so good in that retake. Noxie traded. The second traded as well. ODDIK having solid spacing and pacing. But it's the double kill from tomaszin that does them in.
And it's so hard to get doubles, too, in CS2. But ODDIK are able to get back on a buy. It's pretty limited in terms of utility, no defuse kit, and they do not have any SMGs. They've gone for full rifles, ponter on the Galil, or on a FAMAS, the CT equivalent of the Galil. Deco already spamming down one, and tomaszin on the MAC-10 finds Turtle. That is unlucky for Turtle. He runs into the one player on BESTIA with weak armament. And matios backing away. The last thing ODDIK need now is to lose another player.
This is a one and done from Woody. I think he's gonna have more than one player here and ready to fight him. Let's be very careful. All three from ODDIK are here. They're gambling on an A site hold. BESTIA, though, not forcing into it. Despite the fact they found 2 picks, they're just holding their ground. They know they probably elicited the rotation. Spot middle for any info from matios is taken down. Deco the second. Ponter, the last one that FAMAS, does find 2. But he shouldn't find much more. He finds a third. Ponter makes it doable. A 1v2 suddenly looks like a very distinct possibility. He'll run down towards banana. That's the right call. Luchov is already in CT spawn. If you can find Noxie early, he'll have a 1v1.
Ponter has made this expensive. He's made this possible. Nade drops right on him, though. That makes it incredibly more difficult. Noxie's on the right angle, too. They've got a right idea, and Noxie will be the finishing killer. 6-0 the start for BESTIA, and I think a timeout shall be forthcoming from ODDIK once they can get guns again. But we're already at 6 on the T side for BESTIA. Everything now is just going to get more and more costly as far as wiggle room is concerned for ODDIK. MP9's on 3. They're forcing up again, Nate. Make it 2 with 2 M4A1s, but it doesn't make it any better. Woody could have sold the helmet and gone for a kit, but at this point, I don't know if defusing the bomb is necessarily their problem anymore. They need kills. They can't just rely on Ponter to try and 1v5. They've got to try and get things done the right way. That is seeming to be very difficult for the CT side currently. Luchov getting ready to peek at the brackets. There's 3 players here. 1 arch side, 1 porch, and 1 on lane. Peek in. Luchov, he has it. This is the one and done. Wings out, spots 1. Can he get the trade? He's backstab. Doesn't expect the porch player. But tomaszin right there, and he's expecting a lane player as well. Swings around with a MAC-10. Knows what throws on sight. Falls down and drops to the ground. Deco, that was a...
We heard about Speedway.
Yeah.
The other player would stay tucked and wouldn't actually force the issue. Meyern and Noxie. Noxie's worried about this early press towards mid. He does call it out right, but he misses the shot. Matios doubles down. And that is the first round on the board for ODDIK. A chaotic, a scrappy one. And I can't help but feel it's around that BESTIA gave away to ODDIK.
Very questionable decisions from the individuals on BESTIA, Nate. Just not holding angles, really. And maybe a little too free-flowing, a little too laid back. Also, peeking with a nade in hand in 1v2, when you already know the guys there on lane looking at you. Either way, the round's over.
He has an op as well, and he's going to start things off well. Start things off right. They need 2 in a row now. They need to put their foot down. They need to stabilize. Aggression down banana. Matios taken down, the hero of last round. Night to Noxy. Noxy a chance at a double? No, Ponter trades. Player towards tree, can't respond either. Advantage for ODDIK. Meyern again. Another SMG for BESTIA. They keep on pulling out the Mac 10 in apartments. There's two towards truck side there, towards porch, and that could be an issue. Nice Inferno doubling up. Nice double peek. Both found. tomaszin, the last one on balcony, is known. He'll jump up. He'll look for the first. Won't get it cleanly. Might not even get it at all. He finally recovers onto one, but a 1v3 after the first. That drop was heard by Knight there. They're grouping up towards middle brackets. tomaszin full blinds himself to add insult to injury.
tomaszin has no real ability to get much done. If he can get one more kill, that'll help. There's a nice little 1-2 pyramid stack from Ponter, and I believe it was Knight there. There's 2 in a row for ODDIK. They keep 3 alive, too. That's going to be better for the CT economy. And finally, BESTIA have come to the end of their bank accounts. They're going to have to go for a half buy. Noxy can drop some pistols, perhaps. But maybe, just maybe, we can see them go for a little something swifty. Tech 9 only for Noxy, everybody else in a Glock. I would like to see P250s dropped across the board for a little more damage potential. But they go just for the solo Tech 9 armor. And they're going to bust up towards B. Nades will do a little bit of damage, and they will not progress further yet. The nade play will work out for matios as he pops 2. But Deco is there for a trade, and the Molotovs are singeing and frying. So low are the last 3 remaining players on BESTIA. They will not be long for the world. A nade from Knight they catches tomaszin in the backside. And how long did Deco and Meyern delay the inevitable from this point?
If Meyern goes to apartments, he can get a bomb plant. Full stop.
You're
He's heading in
right.
the direction. The question is, how fast does he go? He needs to go quicker.
Oh,
He
there's
needs
the
to
peek
get
from
there.
Turtle.
Turtle is closer now. He has to go all the way down long hole. Yeah, this is still a plant. This is still definitely doable.
How
This
has
is
he not realized this?
a big boon for BESTIA with the bomb plant as extra cash in the bank for everyone. It should facilitate an even stronger buy. Maybe even an op for Noxy if he really wants it. Meyern, though, should not find anything in this round. No, he does not. The last alive is Deco. Alt mid with a Glock. Goes like banana quickly enough, he might get a rifle. And that is his call. If he can somehow find a gun out of this, it's quite the round for BESTIA, all things considered. He finds a gun! What a round. They lost it, but they made a heck of a lot out of it, given what it was.
Yeah, it was Glocks into Hero Tech 9, and they managed to get themselves in with a bomb plant and a saved AK. This is something special from BESTIA. They have given themselves a lot to work with in this next round, but they have to, at the very least, convert this next one, or else ODDIK have a very good chance of tying it up at 6-all. ODDIK have responded well as of late, but Ponter, who's been so strong for them, gets taken down early on Banana. They keep trying to put somebody out towards Car. It's not consistently finding success. Now Knight gets caught kind of doing things. How is Matios just hanging out tree? They haven't cleared him at all. He plays the long con, and it works out well. He does get taken down, though. And Turtle falls as well over towards alt middle. Which means this round is done and dusted. Woody's op will save. At least attempt to. BESTIA escape by despite Matios' best efforts of trying to hero a little bit of a lurk, sneaky peeky ninja play.
Woody, very far removed from the situation, just looking to survive at this stage. He has that op. There's enough money in the bank to buy one if he falls, but ideally he'd drop a rifle to a teammate instead. He's stuck in a very bad spot. Seems paranoid that tomaszin is lurking around. That is the right read, but this angle is still abysmal. Yet, somehow he might go overlooked. Molotov pit. He'll survive in mid. 7-3 though. BESTIA guaranteeing themselves an advantage on the T side of Inferno. ODDIK still have the op, still have a buy. BESTIA a chance to make a really strong statement on this offensive side of their own map pick.
BESTIA, they got the 13-3'd by ODDIK yesterday afternoon on this map. They will not be 13-3 this time. In fact, the worst they can get is 7 now. Woody's top, rather, does not connect on anything. Matios takes about half his HP in damage. Turtle is still holding out towards B, chucking utility frantically. Woody on the porch corner angle, waiting for something. Ponter all the way below, but Luchov is ready. He sees the head. That's a really good bit of awareness from Luchov, just baiting in that push. Now the man advantage swings back to BESTIA here, looking for an 8th out of this half. Flash in, Woody, blind as a bat. No response at all from ODDIK.
You know how aggressive ODDIK like to be. We saw it on Anubis yesterday against Imperial. We're seeing it now on Inferno, albeit to a more measured degree, far slower. The issue is BESTIA are respecting it and they're waiting for it. Ponter got a heavy hitter dispatched, and ODDIK adjusting accordingly with a 3-stack towards B. The issue is that this is the wrong read. Night Day alone on A with 3 towards apartments. If they come out, he's in for a nasty surprise. It's actually Woody, excuse me, towards porch. He has an op. At most, he finds 1. And given the op in CS2, flicking around is not going to be easy.
It'll be incredibly hard. Connecting the shot even worse. There's one from Woody, but he cannot get back onto the safety of the site. Luchov doubles up as well. It's all up to Turtle. He does take down the lurker, but it's a save call for him as his teammates are done and dusted. And what can Turtle do to hide in his shell?
There's so much control. He's going to have to fight. The op has banana all the way up to car. Second player is holding Speedway. A third one's all the way through CT spawn. All the close angles are cleared. They know he's towards B. Maybe top banana. His first duel will give it away. He'll find the first. He'll pass the first test, sure. But saving does not matter to BESTIA at this point. They can easily reinvest to whatever they want. The op with Noxy spots him. Turtle. They might let him live. The op will save. Turtle will be allowed to survive as well. 8-3 though for BESTIA. This is a smothering first half from them. ODDIK. They're going to scrounge together what they can. A couple rifles. They do have the op for Woody. He'll have to reinvest all of his cash into that. Matios probably an MP9. No, he's going for full utility and a USP. I'm not sure if that's actually the call. It might be drop the pistol or something similar. There's the deagle. Still, a desperate investment for ODDIK in the dying embers of this first half.
And it might be the dying embers for ODDIK in this Atlanta qualifier as well, Nate. As they only have 5 rounds of wiggle room. Ponter, that's a big one to find, but he gets traded out instantaneously by Luchov, who is having a whale of a game, as well as tomaszin. Everyone on BESTIA having moments, but primarily those two having the massive impact. Another one tap from Luchov. He does not go all the way through the Molotov. But the rotations are coming through here. 2 more players towards the B site. Nade will blow the smoke away, but now they know exactly what is up. At least 1 player here, but probably more. Turtle, the anchor on A this time, will be hanging out late rotation. Deco spotted, but he's hanging out back in U-Box. Turtle has not made his way back in yet. He needs to. The bomb has gone down, so finally he rotates in. Maybe he's expecting a late lurk, but Luchov's been the lurker, and he's the spearhead of this B take this time around. But with no 1 kid on Turtle, basically no utility, just a smoke. This is an incredibly difficult retake, and already it gets worse and worse as Luchov doubles it up. It's a 9-3 half to BESTIA as they look to best ODDIK here in this best of 3. We'll see you for half 2 after the break.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bestia besting ODDIK in the first half of their own map pick. Pineapple Phillips and Boggs on the mic, and Bestia now on the traditionally favored side of this map. It is ODDIK's favorite side in the CT side, but it is in fact not Bestia's. Bestia have a better stat line on the offense rather than the defense, and they're defensive offensively as well. Press down, Banana Deco not respecting the close corner. Nightday instead does him in, and Woody tries to capitalize onto a second, but it's Luchov to drop Nightday in the chaos. 4 versus 4, and a double stack still in effect as Noxy rotates in. It still trades back and forth as Matios on the P250 finds one. 3 versus 3 with meyern on low HP. Tomaszin and Luchov to defend this B site. The bomb, though, shifting gears back towards middle and probably A.
Oh, there's Matios with another. Tomaszin will trade it back. There still is meyern, or was meyern, I should say, on the A side, but he gets domed. Well, not domed, but finished off. Tomaszin on a fast rotation. 1v2 does have a kit and a flashbang, but ODDIK are playing grouped up on the side. It's a very smart counter to a retake and an even better timed smoke. Tomaszin busts in. He goes down the ponter, but he would have fallen to either one regardless if he would have got one or the other. Pistol round converted for ODDIK. That is a lifeline extended to ODDIK, but they have to get streaks now. They have to streak out here. Bestia will not invest, surely. They'll just go USPs only. Get back into the next round, buy up, and get ready to roll. Mac-10's on 2, Galil's on 2. Should be an easy farm for ODDIK.
Should be. Should is the operative there. Never know. USP pushing down Banana, this time with far less finesse. It's going to be a bit of a harvest for the Mac-10s and the Galil. To the AK finding 3, doing a bulk of the lifting there. SC just want to get the round done and over with. I can respect the call. Do away with the trivialities of pistols and go forward with the rifles. 4 M4s, meyern likely getting a 5th. There it is, all A1Ss. No helmets. That is a very worrying sign. There's no kit either. All of these Galils are, in effect, AKs, and that Mac-10 can aim punch somebody into oblivion with a headshot.
Yeah, that Mac-10 can be very dangerous here. We'll see if it does come to fruition. Molotov into bedroom. Nightday, all that utility used, finding nothing yet. meyern spots at least one in halls and wisely backs away. Does not want to overstay his welcome and go down potentially. Oh, hey, I didn't know the painting could fall off the wall. That's new.
That was goofy the way it fell.
Yeah, it's almost like Skyrim physics, but that's an awful fight. Ponter gets destroyed. meyern lucky to be alive out of that one. Tomaszin loses that fight, but Luchov and meyern picking up a pair. And now Matios 1v4 to a 1v3, and that's all it'll be. Noxy with a finishing blow, and double digits for Bestia here. And the second timeout called by ODDIK. They have no money on one, but plenty on the rest. I would assume a full investment here. You do not want to save at this point if you're ODDIK when you can have a sniff at a buy. Bestia in such a strong position to try and shut this down.
Yeah, you kind of have to force at this point, given the scoreline, given the abysmal nature of this map, given the fact that you're already down after the first. It's a requirement. But nevertheless, ODDIK are in that unenviable spot where they have to make that hard decision. Full AKs with the Deagle on Matios.
Why Matios and the Deagle? This is Zeus grabbing the AK over simple territory.
Yes, it is. It seems like he dropped an AK as well. He dropped one to Nightday, who has no helmet with an AK.
Yeah.
Everything seems wrong about it.
And Matios is the top fragger.
By far. He has triple the kills of Nightday.
Yeah. I mean, Nate, you know my fragging is not exactly the best. Would I ever hold the rifle over, say, dropping you a rifle?
Yeah, because you troll my pubs.
Let's talk officials here, buddy.
Okay. No, probably not.
No.
Depends on the game, though.
I mean, if I'm having a heater, maybe I'll keep it, but how often does that happen?
Once.
Once a season on Overpass?
Once a season, yeah.
Always on Overpass?
Always on Overpass. Slow round, minute left. Group towards A for ODDIK. And BESTIA making the right read immediately. Only one player B to show presence. The rest are all at A. Vying for bracket control. Tomaszin fighting him. Gets one and tags a second. Matios down to 38. Finding the trade. Turtle trying to walk up lane. Likely been spotted. Noxy lucky to be alive towards B. That will compel a rotation back. And ODDIK chose the right time to spring that fake. Deco is still in pit. He'll have one. Might have spotted the second as well. He's worried about it. Spotting. Finds it. Good shot from Deco in pit. A big time to come alive. At this point, it feels like BESTIA are shutting out ODDIK. Shutting them down entirely. Meyern finds the final. 11-5. 2 away from the series are BESTIA. And ODDIK, with no bomb plant, are on pistols at best. I said the last round was an unenviable decision. This one is far less ideal.
Yeah, this is... Well, you see, you half buy and you're going to face 12-5. And are you going to win 7 in a row on the T set of Inferno? Most likely not. If you buy here and you lose, well, you're done anyways. You're in the same spot. And if you buy and win, well, you have something, and a 1-for-1 trade is about the best way they can start it. Besides a team fight, this is an opportunity for luchov, but he only cuts down one. Tomaszin will trade that back into a 3v2, but a costly round so far for BESTIA. Still more to do, though. Ponter and Turtle working their way around bottom middle. Ponter dropped the bomb. That could have been heard by Deco. They run into him, quite literally running into the man. Meyern there for the final trade. Turtle goes down, and BESTIA, a little bit scrappy, but they win it nonetheless, and I think they'll just be happy with a dub on the board. ODDIK 5, BESTIA 12, match point and 7 of them for BESTIA, and this buy to counter it, a Mac 10, 2 Deagles, a Galil, and whatever Ponter puts forth. It will be a Galil, no utility, 4 flashes, 2 Molotovs, 2 smokes, and a high explosive grenade. This is a dismal situation for ODDIK to be in. Meyern runs through bedroom, spots out alt middle, and calls over to his teammates. Get ready, boys, they're coming. Tomaszin and Noxy able to counter with 2, make it 3. Woody with another, but he's traded back by Meyern. All up to Turtle, who jumps out of apartments. Meyern doubles it up, and BESTIA knock ODDIK back down. Fantastic revenge for their outing yesterday, and that seemed to be a fluke, just them getting their feet wet in CS2. They are now 3 series deep, and they're looking better and better with every passing map.
Yes, they are.